Hi, Brock. I've been married for 5 years. We have a very happy married life, but an incident that happened a few days ago has left me shocked. I found my husband's phone the other day unlocked and started browsing the photo gallery. I found pics of his ex-girlfriend in it. They were innocent pictures, but still pictures of her. When I confronted my husband, he told me very casually that they're just friends. Turns out they still chat here and there, and apparently she sends them to him occasionally. He let me read the conversation, and it was innocent enough, but unfortunately, I've started doubting him because I was never aware of this friendship, and had I not checked his phone, I would have never known this was happening. I feel lied to. What should I do to get over this? Do I have a reason to be upset? And this was signed Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm going to get right into this. Your feelings are completely valid. If you're upset, that's okay. You're allowed to be upset. I would say that with what you said in the very beginning, which was like, you found the pictures, the conversations, and the photos, they seem fairly innocent. He explained that, they're just friends, and this is just something that's, on occasion, like, they chat once in a while. As long as there's nothing that is indecent that you're able to see that would jeopardize the future of the relationship, it does sound like a harmless friendship. But I will say this, that if the tables were reversed and you were the one talking to one of your exes, how would he feel not knowing? And I think that's a really big part of this, is having these types of relationships. Not saying that men and women cannot be friends with members of the opposite sex, but I think that it's really important, especially if they're your ex, that your spouse, your partner, knows that you are still in contact with somebody, no matter how irregular it is, especially if you're receiving some pictures, because situations like this can happen. This is that case where, he probably doesn't mean anything, she probably doesn't mean anything, ill towards your marriage. They're both probably not trying to be disrespectful, but this is what can likely happen. So communication is super important whenever you have any type of relationship that lingers from the past. And if you're not communicating that you have a little bit of interaction with an ex, that you're just friends, then you should be able to say that to your partner very easily. There shouldn't be a need to hide, not saying that he was hiding. And, if he felt that it was super insignificant, I can kind of see that, like it's that insignificant. But there's also this innate fear that we all have, which is, hey, if my partner found this, how would that make them feel? And I guarantee he did feel that to an extent. And I would definitely address that part with him. Because like I said, if the tables were reversed, how would he feel? Now, I don't think that with what you've said, everything being super innocent, and, he was very honest with you, the feelings that you're feeling are, again, going to just be because you were kind of left out of a loop. And that's just a really, really crappy feeling when you're especially married. And Kelly, I will say this one thing. You've been married for 5 years. You won, girl. You're winning. So don't get too stressed out about an ex that, he's once in a while having a conversation with, but definitely make sure that he is being upfront with you. Make sure that communication is always 100%. Your feelings where you feel lied to and a little bit betrayed, those are 100% valid, and he needs to do a little bit better in the future if he's going to have relationships like this in the future. So I'm definitely on your side. I can see a little bit from his side, but you definitely are deserving of knowing that there are conversations taking place that might make you feel uncomfortable. And he's probably not a stupid guy. He probably has a little bit of an understanding that this could have gone this way. So definitely hold him to that, and I'm sure that you two having a conversation, getting on the same page about this, will alleviate a lot of your fears going forward.
And it's a good word to the wise for anybody that's entering maybe a new relationship, or really any relationship, that if you do have some type of friendship or things with exes, to let the other person at least know before it becomes something like this. It's like we've always said, and I think a lot of your advice always comes down to that basic communication skill.
It really is. Communication is going to be what makes sure a relationship is able to go deep into the future. And if you're not able to have those simple conversations or the really deep, difficult conversations, I mean, what type of relationship do you think you're going to be able to have? So have those hard conversations, because that's usually where the deepest bonds are going to come from. So no matter how difficult it is, make time, make that a priority.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Brock, for the time and for the advice. Thank you to Kelly for reaching out. If you have something that you would like Brock to tackle, send me an email and we can answer yours too. That's Gino, Gino, at WDODradio.com. I'll also post up on our Facebook page and our Instagram so people can chime in there in the conversation. And BrockOlson.com is where you want to go for more info on Brock. He's a dating coach, one-on-one coaching, speed dating, and so much more. Brock, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good, Gino. Thank you.